right, welcome everybody. I'm Allison from Absolute Pilates. I am here to make a video in follow-up to some pink ribbon Pilates presentations that I've done recently. So if you have been to one of those, welcome back. If not, I'm glad you found this video. We do pink ribbon Pilates in the Absolute Pilates locations, and this is also something that you can do at home. And we're going to start with just some basic exercises to get you moving, things that you can do in a chair from your home or office. So when you are in your chair, you want to make sure it's a stable chair. I have a folding chair here. It has 4 good stable legs, and it was movable into my studio. You would not want to do this in a big cushy chair. Any other chair would suffice just fine. So I want you to find yourself forward on the chair so we're not leaning against the back. And we're just going to start with some breathing exercises. So one of the principles of Pilates is centering. So this gives you a chance to take a moment to get centered in your practice here. So we're going to place your hands onto your rib cage. Give them a little energy and spread those fingers nice and wide. And then just take a nice big inhale and feel those lungs spread and saturate, and you're filling them up as much as possible. And then exhale, engage through your core. Feel your diaphragm lifting as you pull those in. So you've got your diaphragm and your pelvic floor here that act in opposition of your breathing. So as you exhale, they come together, and as you inhale, they move apart. So we're sort of crunching that and expanding that. Then I want you to think of that expanding through your rib cage as well. So not only are you bringing the energy up and down, you're also bringing it in, and you're feeling those ribs just get moving so that your torso can move with more space, especially since this is an area that has been suffering through a lot of different things probably as you go through treatment. So just getting a little movement into there is great. So inhaling nice and wide, and then exhale, drawing that in. And then I'd like to move on to some one lung breathing. So you're going to inhale, try to expand more into one side, and then exhale, really take that out. Inhale into your other side, exhale, take that out. Trying to do 6 to 8 sets of each of these. That's 2 for me. Into that right lung, and then back out, and then into that left lung, and back out. One more of those, expanding, and then out, and expanding, and out. One last time to each side. And then take that down, and then let's scoot you way far forward on your chair, holding on to the bottom. We're going to go through a little pelvic tilt and cat-cow stretching it around through your back, and then release this out, growing nice and tall, and then dropping back, rounding down, and then going up tall. One more of those, rounding down, exhale, up tall, and now staying right on top of you. You're just going to try to tilt through your pelvis and back, and then tilt and back. So you're just moving your hips, swarming out a little bit through your lower body, tilting that. So if I turn sideways here, you're tilting, and then back, and tilting, and back. And then we're going to go from our pelvic tilts back up into our upper body. So you'll see me moving throughout this from one part to the other. So let's do some shoulder raises. Draw them way up to your ears, and then exhale, kind of circle them back and down. Inhaling them up, exhaling them down, inhaling them up, exhaling them down. One more of those, just pulling them up, and then exhaling them, drawing them down. And then let's go to some big shoulder circles. So just kind of taking them one at a time, dramatically rolling them backwards. This is the way we always like our shoulders to go, but sometimes we also need to take shoulder circles forwards. hands right into a little prayer hand position. So you look like that super fun little emoji on your phone, and you've got those hands pushed together. We're just gonna create a little tension there. Feel your hands pushing, creating a little resistance, and then release that. And then squeeze them in and release that. One more of those, squeeze that in and release it. And then let's go to some prayer hand, raising them up, checking in with your range of motion, and then back and down. Seeing if both hands lift and lower with the same amount of effort. And then taking that down. And then let's go to some neck rotation. So let's twist to one side. And then bring that back. And then twist to the other side. And back. One more of those. Try to see if you can look a little further. And then go to your other side. If you feel like you need more of any of these, feel free to stop this video. You don't need to stay on my cueing. And then let's go to some neck circles. So let's just start taking that down, or neck rolls, I'm sorry. And then taking them back. And then down. And back. For a little paint the ceiling. Bringing them back. Taking your shoulder to one ear. And then to the other ear. And then back. And then taking that down, around, and back. And then gently the other way. Just moving at whatever speed feels good to you. If you need to stop on one of these and not go on to the next level of neck movement, that's fine. And as you worked through your neck, taking a second to check in with your shoulders, how do those feel? Do they need a circle or two after that? So, we're here. Let's add a little bit of arm lift. So let's just go arm raises straight up and then straight back down. Floating those arms up and then taking them down and then floating them up, adding a little spinal rotation, twisting to one side and then coming back up. And then twisting to your other side, and then coming back up, and then twisting, and coming back up, and twisting. Let's hold this one for a little stretch, taking it down, looking over your back shoulder, and then taking that back up, and twisting. And then back to the middle. So just sort of letting your arms loose. It's just kind of like swaying them side to side. And then if that's feeling okay, adding a little look to that, just getting a little movement in that upper body, just letting it loose, letting those hands brush and sway, and then maybe adding your head in a little bit more. You know, just letting those shoulders and everything loosen up. So your other body basically feels like jello as you go side to side. And then bring that back to the middle. Find yourself centered. Check in with everything. Take a second. Are you still sitting on those sits bones and you're balanced? And then hopefully I've got my feet in this photo and nothing weird's going to happen as we go to do this. So let's just start with a little foot articulation. So just lifting those toes, lowering them, lifting them, lowering them, finding your lower body sort of grounded here in your practice, and then trying to like sort of pull them in, extend them out, so it's like you're grabbing a pencil and then working them out. Once you've got those foot kind of working out in that looseness there, we're going to do a little leg slide. So you're going to slide one leg out long, and then draw that back to slide your other leg out long. Pull Slide that leg out long. Pull it back to you so you're lengthening all the way from the side. And then think about using your core to pull that back to you. You're going to take that leg out long. And then add a leg lift. And then a lower. And then a lift. And then a lower. A lift. And then a lower. Getting a little energy through that leg. Lift. And then a lower. Lift. And then a lower. Take that up. Your little pulses up here. Keeping yourself tall, that core turned on. And then pop that leg down. I'm going to revisit these legs then. So you're going to take that leg, slide it out, a little lift, and then a lower, and then a lift, and then a lower, and then a lift, and then a lower, a lift, and then a lower, a lift, and then a lower, and then a lift. Hold that up, little pulses. So I'm going to work through your upper body. So let's see, just sort of taking your hands out and then drawing them behind your head. Do they reach? As you reach out, energy going, and then reaching them behind your head. If they don't reach behind your head because you're working through some shoulder things, you can reach them in front of your face, going out, and then bringing them back, taking them out, and then bringing them back. And then let's hold that here, creating a little energy here. We're going to round down, draw your core in, roll backwards, and then lift up tall. Really thinking about rolling down, drawing those abdominals in, and then back up tall. Rounding back towards the chair, but not going so far that you feel like your back is resting on that. And then taking that back, and then lifting up, and then taking that back here. Rounding back, dropping back just a little bit so you land on the chair, tail slit away, float one leg up, and then put that down, float your other leg up, and put that down, float that leg up, put it down. If your arms are getting tired, take them down, pulling this into you, take this one down, pulling it into you. If you're feeling like you're ready for a little bit more, let that tail slide a little further away. Work your way down the chair, keeping that pulled in. Now reach that leg out long, and then pull that into you. And then reach your other leg out long, pull that into you. If you can hover your toe instead of tapping it down, that'll get you a little more abdominal engagement. Reaching and pulling that in. Sideways view of this one, reaching, and then pulling that in. Reaching, and pulling that in. Reaching, and pulling that in. And then let's see what we can do with both legs. If you pull both legs in, can you hug them into you? And then we're going to take them out and your arms out. If you can swing those arms around and pull them back in. And then reach out. And then pull them back in. Reach out. And pull them back in. Lengthen through those arms and legs. And back in. Let's do 2 more of those. Reach out. And then pull them back in. 1 more of those. Reach out. And pull them back in. Keep one leg, let one leg come down. Find yourself just sitting up a little bit. Just give that knee a little stir around in your hip socket. And then take it the other way. Pop that knee down. Make your other leg back. Little circles. I've got one more little abdominal thing that I want to do here on the chair. And then the other way. And then keep that leg pulled into you. Fold one leg up. Bring those hands back behind your head if they will. Twist to that knee. And then switch them. And then twist to that knee. And switch them. Twist to that knee. And switch them. Twist to that knee. And switch them. Twist to that knee. Switch them. One more of those. And then put that back down. Let's grab a few cat-cow stretches. Slide those legs back. How's everyone feeling? Got those abdominals engaged a little bit. And then lift up real tall. and then round back. One more of those, lift up real tall, and round back, and then come back. Find yourself sitting up real tall. So I'm going to go back to some arm work. So let's flip those arms straight out in front of you. Just thinking about making little circles here. And then let's take those circles the other way. And then if those circles are working there, let's try some circles out to the sides. And then let's take your circles the other way. And let's drop the one arm down, take one arm up, draw a little regular side, then here, take that arm down, take your other arm up, and bring that back. Let's go to little tuck-in arms. You're going to take your arms out here, just rotate them down, and then bring them back. Sorry, I said tuck-in arms, and I meant goalpost arms. Taking them down, and then back, and then down, and then back, down, and back, and then see how far back they can go, and then forwards, and then all the way back, and then bring them back. Let's go to another side then here, just giving yourself a little break, this time looking down at your hand, and then bring that back. Let's take that the other way, looking down at that hand, and then bring that back. Maybe a little half nut circle here feels right to me, and then coming back the other way. I'm going to go back to your arms. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to kind of be into a W, and we're going to go up to a V, and then down to a W, and then up to a V. If your arms will let you go down, squeeze those arms together, up to a V, down, up to a V, reaching through those fingertips. You're like half of a star here when you're in V. Everyone's a superstar. And then down, and then take them up. More of those. And then bring them back. Clap your hands onto your backs. Grab the right here. And let's go to a few elbow circles. And then go the other way. Take it down. Those arms a little shake. Let's slide one leg off of here if you can. Take this leg all the way over, and then come over here. And take it all the way over, and then come over here. And then come back, bring that leg in, take your other leg out, grab the hold, over, all the way down, over, and bring that back. Let's bring both legs into you. Find yourself centered here. Just kind of take inventory inventory of where you're at before we get you up on your feet. So let's cross one leg over. Let's grab a little hip stretch, holding onto that, leaning yourself forward for a stretch. And then lift back up. And then switch legs. Keep a hold of that. Bring yourself up to standing. And then I'm going to turn sideways for a little bit of this. So you've got your chair to support you. So we're just going to start with a little raise, lower, just kind of getting those feet moving again. Maybe as you come down, letting those toes lift. Checking in with your balance. Maybe trying not to hold on. Lifting, lowering, lifting, and lowering. Let's do a few in a little bit of a V, going up, and then lowering down, lifting, and lowering, lifting, and lowering. One more of those, and then take that down. And come back a little bit away from your chair, slide your chair out. Grab a big tabletop stretch here, letting yourself lengthen. And then bring your chair underneath you a little bit. Let's do a little stretch. And then round. And then drop through. And round. And then if you don't have any problems being upside down, we're going to grab a few inverted stretches here, just giving yourself a little bit of space. If being upside down is something you're not comfortable with or you don't feel is safe for you, please don't do it. Take a little soft into your knees, find yourself coming up, and just let yourself slump all the way over. You could do this seated in a chair if that makes you more comfortable. And then just grab some arm circles here. And then take those circles the other way. And then soften in your knees. Roll yourself up to standing. And then let's take that back, down, 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 down. Grab a hold of those arms. Take one hand over to one side. And take that over to the other side. So that you're taking your same elbow to your same knee. You feel a nice big stretch with the backs of your legs. And then back over you go. Let those hands hang down. Roll yourself up to standing. Grab another big shoulder circle. And let's take a little bend in those knees. Just feel the energy moving through there. And let's go to another little bit. Just twisting, shaking it out. Congratulating yourself for taking a few moments for yourself today. And bring yourself back to the middle. So I'm Allison from Absolute Pilates in the Harrisburg and Mechanicsburg area. If you are looking for pink ribbon Pilates classes, we offer those in private training and small group format. You can find more information about the studio at absolutepilates.com. Thank you and have a great